This video, I'm going to go over the Asterians from Deadzone Escalation. So Deadzone Escalation is the new book for Deadzone. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be covering all the changes from the previous book. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's talk about the Asterians. Okay, so not much has changed with the Asterians. They were pretty solid to begin with, very powerful. A lot of people like them. A lot of people are very successful using them. They are very synergistic. They're a little tough to get to know because they're kind of more of a, I feel like they're more of a finesse army. But let's get into it. All right, so the leaders, we have the Overseer. He's always good, and he hasn't changed. There was no reason for him to change. Next is the Kalishi Dervish, using her Dance of Death. Kalishi are awesome. I've always said, you know, how great they are. One of my favorite combat units in the game. Just a great, solid unit. Okay, Cipher Prime. Now, the Cipher Prime is exactly the same, except for one thing. Toxic has changed. So if you notice, it says Toxic to Smokescreen. All right, and exactly what Toxic is, all right, so Toxic states that a model that suffers a wound from a toxic weapon will suffer N additional wounds. Toxic has no effects on models with the construct or vehicle abilities. Okay, so Toxic used to be where you were caught, let's say in the Toxic Smokescreen. Everybody that was fighting or in that Toxic Smokescreen would be vulnerable. Everybody would have one wound. Now, depending on the number that's attached to Toxic, you would get that many extra wounds. So let's say here, Toxic Smokescreen 2. You're in there, you get one wound, you would get 2 extra wounds. So if you're a size 2, you would be dead. Size 3, you would be dead. But if you're a size 4, you'd have 1 wound left. So it's really a little bit better. I thought that, you know, Toxic was a little bit overpowered. It kind of reins it in a little bit. It's still very powerful, but then again, the Toxic Smokescreen itself is tough to manipulate. It really is, like I said before, a finesse army, and this is something that you really got to know what to do. So, you know, you drop the Toxic Smokescreen, and you have to do it at the beginning of the round of your model's activation. So it's a little tough to manipulate, but, you know, you have the number attached to it, so you got to pay attention to that. Cypher Prime, awesome leader. Okay, so let's talk about the new guy, the Marionette Prime. Okay, brand new, it's 20 points, 2 VPs. Moves on a 1-2, no armor, size 1. 4, 6, 5 across the board, tack 1, construct. Okay, has a no rifle, weapons options, you can get small arms. And it has a new splat, it's called Link. Use an army. Special result on a command dice when a Marionette, Marionette Specialist, or Marionette Prime performs a shoot action to allow a second Marionette, Marionette Specialist, or Marionette Prime within 2 cubes of the first model to also take a free shoot action at the same or another model in range. At the end of the activation, both models are marked as activated. Essentially, if you have a Marionette or Marionette Prime or a Marionette Specialist within 2 of the model that's dropping the command dice, the splat, you're going to be able to shoot twice. So two models are able to shoot. The Marionette Prime is not bad, okay? With this splat, you're going to run a few marionettes. You're going to have to have at least 2 or 3, all right? It's a little situational. It fits into the Asterians just because they are, like I said, a finesse army. Yeah, it's going to be a little tough to do that, but if you can, you have to be conscious of where you are. So maybe spreading across the board, you know, having everybody within 2 of each other, maybe a gun line or something like that might work. You have to roll a few splats. You know, he is a tack 1, might be able to take one of the new Mercs at the end, bring him up to tack 2, you know, for the duration of the game. But this is something new. People have been asking for Marionette Prime, and now we have it. Okay, your Black Talon Prime is exactly the same. One of my favorite leaders for the Asterians. I really like the model. I like the splat. I like everything. As we move on to the troops, the Ciphers. They are a solid unit. They still 1-2, armor 1, size 1, contract vulnerable. Now, Toxic 3 Smokescreen. So their Toxic Smokescreen got better. Okay. still, you know, going to give you 3 additional wounds. It's good for the big stuff, you know. So basically, you're going to be taking down aberrations. You could take down all the big stuff. Okay, Toxic Smokescreen 3 is what's been added to the Cipher. Wardens are exactly the same. Okay, Toxic Smokescreen 3, same thing as the Ciphers. Marionettes haven't changed. They're exactly the same. Kalishi, nothing to change. 5/3/5 across the board, 2/3. Size 1, great. You know, get that Energy Glaive, Range F, AP 1, Frenzy 1, 15 points, 2 VPs. I think they're a little too cheap, but that's just me, especially when you're on the receiving end of Kalishi. All right, as we go into our specialist, the Black Talon, great unit, one of my favorites. Everything's the same. Energy Shield 2, Jump Pack 3/5/5 across the board, 22 VPs. Solid unit. It's got a lot to offer. It's still a construct, but with the Energy Shield 2 and the Survivor 5 with Armor 1, they stick around for a while. You got to throw a lot of firepower into them or get into melee with them to really make something, get rid of them. But that shoot of 3 is deadly. Okay, the Cipher Specialists. Okay, they are 1/2, Armor 1, Size 1, 3/5/5 across the board, Construct Vulnerable, Toxic 3, Smokescreen. Seems you see the pattern forming here. And they also have a new rule of hackers. Now, hacker is used when you're doing some of the new missions. You can check back in one of the videos. I will go over what those missions are and what hacker does. But essentially, this model is skilled at accessing terminals and intel. This ability is used in conjunction with tactical asset missions and interactive scenery. So now, by having a hacker, it gives you an ability, an easier way to hack into terminals. It's helpful for doing objectives and things in those missions. So if you really want to see what hacker does or where it shines, you're going to have to watch that video. Okay, Marionette Specialist, they're basically the same. Okay, 5/6/5 across the board, Size 1, 1/2. They also have the hacker ability, which I just went over in the previous entry. Support drones, exactly the same. Weapons drones, exactly the same. Okay, so let's go into our living legends, which are basically specialists, and I'm gonna have to take you back to the hardcover rule book. So Sona Stanza, she was very, very highly contested. A lot of people loved her, a lot of people hated her in version 1. A little OP in version 1, especially you know, the abilities that she had. But as we all know, everyone knows that the rule book had her in it. The thing is that the Mercs in the rule book it was kind of a copy and paste. So now that they've gone over it, we have to go over it. She has new stats and everything. So let's get to it. So she moves on a 1/2, no armor, Size 1. She has a 3/6/5 across the board. She has that nasty 3 shoot. Okay, same stats as before. She has Stealthy and Evade. Both of them are new. Okay, so you're not going to be getting full mono on her, and if you shoot at her, she's going to jump out of the way. She's got a sniper rifle, which is range 14, AP1. It's heavy with the sniper scope. So you're always shooting 5 with her on 3s. Even if you're not elevated, you're still shooting 5. That's pretty good, And she has the energy shield of 1. Okay, so that hasn't changed. Stealthy and Evade are her new abilities. She has gone up from 25 points and 2 victory points to 32 points and 3 victory points. That sniper rifle is nasty on a 3+. She's got no armor, but she does have a 5 save, energy shield, stealthy, and evade. Everything to help her out. So she shoots, and she's going to be able to take some damage. She's going to be able to get out of the way and stuff like that. Yeah, I always liked her. I like the new model. I like the old model. I don't know which one I like more. But, you know, the Stanza was one of my favorites, still is. All right, taking you back to the Infestation book, the supplement that came out 2 books ago. All right, we had Nem Wrath. Now, Nem Wrath still has an Asterians Elite Army list, and you can run him as that. Some of the points and also the stats have changed, you know, on the specialists and Nem Wrath himself, but use the new stats, but you could still run elite lists. It's not a big deal. You could do that. He could be your leader here. All right. He moves on a 1/2. He's armor 1, size 1, 4/6/5 across the board. He has Tactician 2, which is good. Adds another command dice to your pool if you're taking attack 1 guy. He also has Communications Relay, so that is really good for indirect weapons. You know, the GCPS can't be the only ones with that. He's a no pistol, range 3. Charge glove, range F knockback. I don't know how much you're going to use that just because of that 6 fight. The charge glove has an energy pulse, which is range 1 knockback with a shoot of 4, and energy shield of 3. He has gone up from 30 in 3 VPs to 34 in 3 VPs. He's gone up 4 points. Nem Wrath, he's a little tough, man. That 5 survive, energy shield 3. He'll be around, but the, armor of 1 helps out. Tac 2 helps. The shoot of 4 is not bad, but he really doesn't have any ranged weapon. And the fight of 6. Could be good with communication relays. You take a bunch of bombards and whatnot, but yeah, he's a little tough. There's some other, in my opinion, there's some other choices that you can make in this, but he's a great. I always love the model, and he's worth trying. So Nem Wrath. All right, so the next 2 are, let's say, a hybrid. You can take them in your Asterian list as a specialist and a living legend, but you can also hire them as mercs because they are also in tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. They're in those categories, but we're going to go over them also, and I've also gone over them in the merch video. But let's get to it. Otis, he is a living legend. Moves on a 1 to 2. He is armor 2, size 2. He's a big dude, man. 5, 5, 4 across the board. He is solid, and he is also honorable. Honorable is something new. A model with this ability may not target a pinned model during a fight or shoot action. In addition, an enemy model attempting to break away from its honorable model will automatically pass its survive roll. If another model is in the same cube and doesn't have the honorable special ability, it may prevent breakaways as normal. So if you have Otis and another model in there and you're trying to break away, Otis will not hit you, but somebody else will hit you. He's one of the new Masudans. He's kind of like a samurai lizard. I like him, so that's honorable. Ion cannon, range 6, AP 2, weight of fire 1. Very good, very good. 5-up shoot, not bad. Weight of fire, range 6, AP 2. AP's coming in handy, all right? Body slam, range F, knockback. He is 28 points, 3 VPs. He is straight from Star Saga. Brand new model, brand new stats. First time in the book. I like Otis a lot. He's 28 points, 3 victory points. A little heavy there. But with that ion cannon on a 5-up shoot, not too bad. He is solid, so he's not going to get pinned. And armor 2, survival 4, he's going to be around for a while. Okay? Yeah, definitely something different to the Asterian list, but something they need. The Asterians have AP2. They have AP in their army, but just bringing more AP is not bad. Always good. You need AP. The only time you miss AP is when you need it. All right, coming to you from Star Saga, one of my favorite mercs. This is Coach's seal of approval if you watch the other video. So Hin, living legend. There's only one of them. Moves on a 2 to 3. Armor 1, size 1. He has 5, 3, 5 across the board. And he has the companion rule. Now, if you check him out, ASO is there. And he is a companion. And the companion says, a model with this ability always counts as having a friendly model in the same cube during fight actions. So, you want to attack him. First of all, he's basically a Kalishi. All right? He's got a fight of 3. He's got the light glaive, which is an AP1 frenzy 1. Just kind of like every other Kalishi, just that it's a little different. So I guess it's the light glaive as opposed to the glaive. All right? Frenzy 1, which all Kalishis come standard with. He has the Asterian Warbird. Now, you could use his shoot stat. All right? Go range 4, indirect 2. So that comes down, and he just basically messes you up. Get an attack on his shoot stat. All right? Hopefully he can pin you, knock you down, hurt you, get you a wound on you so that when Sohin actually moves in with a companion on the fight of 3. So let's say he moves in. We start with 3, charge, which is 1, and he also has a buddy. So Sohin is fighting you on minimum of 4, but 5. If you're injured, 6. On a 3-up fight, this guy is bad. He's a bad dude, man. I really like him. He's got the coach's seal of approval. He's only 28 points, 3 victory points. I feel he's a bargain. I really do like him, and he's definitely going to be in my list. He's definitely on my Mercs list. If you look here, he does not have Tactician, so he is not a leader. So you're just taking him as a Merc. He's just coming out to hang out. Give him a few bucks. He's going to take care of business. All right, so let's talk about Ten Ergo. I'm coming to you from the Outbreak book. He has the Asterian Elite list. And in this book, he's got one change, but hear me out. So Ten Ergo is a living legend, right? Moves on a 1/2, armor 1, size 1. 3, 4, 4 across the board, so he's pretty good fighting stats, pretty good shooting stats, save stat. Construct, vulnerable, glide. Frenzy 2, he is also a Tactician 1. So if you want to take him in your list, that helps you out right there. If your leader dies, you still have the Tac 1 going. No Pistol, which is range 3. The Singing Blade, which is range F, AP 2. He has Energy Shield of 4. Oof. So he has a No Pistol, which is range 3. He has a Singing Blade, range F, AP 2. Energy Shield 4. Oh my god. And Jump Pack. He's 35 points, 4 VPs. Okay? So now this is basically exactly like he was in the Elite Army list. The only thing is he has Tactician 1. Now, you could add him to your list. He's basically a great Black Talon. He's going to do his job, man. Get up there. He's still Construct, but with a Survival 4, Armor 1, and Energy Shield 4. Whew, he's going to be around. The thing is, he's got 35 points, 4 victory points, so he's heavy. Now, you can also take him in the Elite Army list, which is not a bad thing. I like him in his Elite list. The thing is when you take an Elite list, what makes it different than just putting him in our regular list is that he has a splat, okay? And he takes Black Talons as troops. So you can run an all Black Talon army with him. You could take Ciphers, Cipher Specialists, Sky Razors, Weapon Drones. It's a little bit, it's a little bit narrow in your choices. But if you want to take Black Talons and troops, they are my favorite Asterians. Take Ten Ergo, take a bunch of Black Talons, maybe take a Sky Razor, a Weapon Drone, add them up and get them going. Yeah, I do like Ten Ergo. Not so much. I like him more as an elite leader, as Elite Army list leader. I'd rather have him there. But remember that these stats change. It actually has Tactician 1 now, so you can go to town with him. Ten Ergo. Okay, so the vehicles are the same. Sky Razor is the same. We got a little reduction before. They're a little better now with Flight and Evade. And we are looking at the weapons. So everything is the same. Okay, light missile launcher, grenade launcher, all that good stuff. Okay, all the good stuff here. The twin no rifles, shield generator, all that good stuff that you're used to taking with the Asterians. So not much has changed here. Okay, so the items. Only one item has changed. Medipacks are 4 in common across the board. Everybody's got them. And that was a conscious thing to change Medipacks and make it a little bit more available to everyone. So there are your Asterians. Okay, everyone, so that's the Asterians. Still solid, great army. A lot of fun to play. Like I said, synergistic, very, very finesse. I wouldn't, if you're a beginner, I wouldn't start off with Asterians. I would start off with something else. And then once you get the rules down pat, which is not that hard. Deadzone's rules are not that hard to get down pat. Start playing the Asterians. A lot of fun. Okay, guys, thanks for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. Hope you got a new understanding of the new stuff with the Asterians, even though there wasn't too many changes. If you like this video, why don't you give me a like? And if this is your first time here, why don't you subscribe? We have tons and tons of awesome Deadzone content. We also have a Patreon page if you're so inclined to help us make more great videos, help us get a new equipment, keep the lights on here. And also we have a Discord file. We talk Deadzone, we talk other games, so I would love to talk with you guys. If you have any questions, that's the best way to keep in contact with us. So everyone, once again, I'm honored that you stayed with me all the way to the end. I really appreciate you watching this video. I love bringing you the Deadzone information, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.